By two dogs leaves a 6-year-old girl fighting for her life. The pit bulls mauled her as she played near her home on Aquadale Lane in Westwood. Police officers arrived within minutes and had to shoot the dogs. The dog's owner, Zonte Irby, is in the Justice Center tonight on drug and weapons charges. Neighbors had seen the dogs loose before.
Usually when you see those dogs running the street, it's at night after hours where, kids are usually in the house. So it was really scary that children was outside playing in the middle of the day because my kids was outside jumping on the trampoline.
The attack on the little girl has left the veteran head of SPCA Cincinnati shaken and frustrated. An SPCA officer arrived on the scene shortly after the attack. Those officers are trained to deal with vicious animals. Local 12's Rich Jaffe is live at Children's Hospital with more. Rich?
Cammie, at this point, the little girl is still listed in critical condition, but she has stabilized. This is a case that has made everyone angry. Prosecutors, police, SPCA officials, and neighbors. Basically, what you have is a convicted drug dealer who had two dangerous animals in his home, and now a little girl is paying the price. After police searched the home of pit bull owner Zonte Irby, they charged him with drug possession, trafficking, and weapons under disability. They confiscated a large quantity of marijuana and 2 loaded handguns, along with a 3rd pit bull. 2 of Irby's pit bulls were shot and killed by police after they attacked a 6-year-old girl, tossing her around like a rag doll, according to witnesses, and destroying her face. In contrast, though, the 3rd one, today, was cowering in a cage at SPCA Cincinnati. Experts say pit bulls are such powerful animals that when they go into attack mode, there is little anyone can do to stop them. Today, we got to look at the tools the trained professionals at SPCA carry to try and control out-of-control animals. Their first level tool is a rope. Then pole snares like this can be used. You can see the bite marks on this one. SPCA Cincinnati's Harold Dates showed me what he uses when it gets really up close and personal.
In a close situation, I have an asp, which in our trade we call a bite stick. You would stick that in to try to get it between the jaws, pry the jaws off if you can, at the same time trying to get a hold of the dog.
The last choice is the one police were forced to use on Zonte Irby's dogs, a gun.
And when a person who's irresponsible owns any item, a firearm, a knife, a baseball bat, or a dog with the potential to kill somebody, they ought to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
And we certainly expect that that is what we are going to see in Irby's case. Harold points out, though, that regardless of where you live, if you have animals like those pit bulls running loose on a regular basis, you need to call the authorities. Once a person is cited for that sort of thing, when they get cited enough times for it, and it could be a reasonably long process, judges can, in some situations, even go so far as to take the animals away from the owners. And it really becomes an issue for the entire community, the entire neighborhood, to watch out for situations like that. In Corryville, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Cammie?
Well, Rich, I know you've done stories on surviving dog attacks, and obviously a 6-year-old little girl didn't have much of a chance, but is there anything the rest of us can do if we're ever in a situation like this?
Cammie, I discussed exactly that with Harry today, and he points out that anytime you reach into a dog fight, the chances are huge that you're going to be bitten, but certainly adults have a better chance of surviving that sort of thing when something like a child is being attacked. So you have to physically distract those animals, and you have to distract them in no uncertain terms. The experts that I know have always said that when it comes to a big, aggressive dog, it doesn't matter how big that animal is. If you hit them squarely in the nose, that dog is going to go down or go away. So again, if it's coming at you, hit it square in the nose, and that's probably your best defense.
Wow, that's what they tell you to do in shark attacks too. Rich, thank you for the report. Officers from SPCA Cincinnati actually make presentations to school children on what to do around vicious or dangerous animals, and you can find their suggestions and other tips on our website, local12.com.